Good morning, good morning, good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning and welcome back to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. We are here grateful and thankful and excited about this wonderful opportunity that God has afforded us to come together to participate in yet another Good Morning Grief Devotion. Hey, this is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural, normal, and necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. That grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is what you reveal on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's why we shout good morning, because morning is a good thing. I'm grateful and thankful that you're here with us on today. Grateful and thankful to have the wonderful opportunity to lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. Yeah, today is two, day two of 2025. Day two, this message is for me and for you. And we're going to talk about a new year of healing, a new year of healing, a new year of healing. Let me back. Hold on one second. I want to make sure. Nope, 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 nope. No, hold on. Hold on one second. See, that's what happens when you write the. Is that right? Nope. Hold on one second. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm like, wait a minute. That was yesterday's topic. And it is. There we go. All right, hold on one second. Hold on one second. It rains over listening. A beautiful sight after tonight. Walking in the winter wonderland. We make mistakes. Please forgive me. I'm about to fix it in just a minute. A beautiful sight is happening tonight. Walking in the winter wonderland. I love it. All right. Just giving more people time to come in here on today. All right, today is day two. This is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about gentle beginnings. We're going to talk about gentle beginnings. I knew something was off. I'm like, that's the same topic as yesterday. We're going to talk about gentle beginnings as we start this year off and we continue on our grief journey. I want to talk about gentle beginnings. If y'all got questions, y'all can drop them in the chat. We don't hold you longer than 5 or 10 minutes. But if you got questions, you can drop them in the chat. I'm going to go back and pick them up. But we're going to talk about gentle beginnings. And I encourage you to share, drop comments, questions, all of those wonderful things in the chat as we navigate through this. Let's get to it, y'all. January is a time for beginnings, but grief may make new starts feel daunting. Don't feel pressured or overwhelmed. Don't feel pressured to overwhelm yourself with tasks or to overload your calendar with a bunch of New Year to dos. It's okay to take things slowly. January is a time of beginnings. Grief can make new starts feel daunting. You know how it is. It's a new year, and people have to do lists. People have resolutions. People have so many things that they want to achieve, so many things that they want to accomplish, so many things that they want to do. And sometimes when you're navigating through this thing called grief, man, new starts, new beginnings, all of this stuff can seem so daunting. And you don't want to get swept up in this, the newness of everything, that you start to get overwhelmed with tasks or you overload your calendar with a bunch of to-dos. It's real easy to do it, especially when you're on a grief journey, because the temptation is to fill your calendar up with stuff that's busy. I just need to stay busy. If I stay busy, I won't think about it. If I stay busy, I won't focus on it. If I stay busy, I'm going to be okay. And I get that to a certain extent, right? You want to stay busy doing stuff because you don't want to get lost in the sauce of what happened. Yet at the same time, y'all, this is what you got to know and understand. You don't want to be busy to the point to where you're suppressing and not expressing. You don't want to be busy to the point to where you're ignoring and not exploring. As a matter of fact, don't get caught up in the New Year craze of trying to overload your calendar with so many different things, or you become overwhelmed with so many tasks, right? That it's difficult to navigate through this season. This is what you got to understand. It's okay to take things slowly. It's okay to take things slowly. Think about this in terms of surgery. If you had surgery, operation, whether it was inpatient or outpatient, right? You don't leave the operating room hitting the ground running, right? You don't come out of anesthesia and all of these things and just hit the ground running, right? I've never seen anybody get out of surgery and be like, "Man, take me to the gym. I'm about to go work out." Right? Never seen anybody come out of surgery and just hit the ground running. No, they always tell you to take it easy, right? Go home and rest. Take it easy, right? You just went through something traumatic. Your body just went through surgery. Your body just went through something traumatic. Your body just endured the stress of being cut on. Something was taken out. Something was removed. So they tell you to take it easy. And this is what you got to understand. Your mental, your emotional, your spiritual being going through a grief process just went through something traumatic, just went through something stressful, right? And this may not be the time to hit the ground running. This may be the time for you to take things slowly, right? This may be the time you pause for the cause, you take things slow as you navigate through this process. You don't have to overhaul your life or create grand plans, right? I know it's January, but you don't have to overhaul your life, create grand plans. Instead, this is what I love, y'all. Focus on small, gentle steps forward. Focus on small, gentle steps forward. Small, gentle steps forward. I was walking and talking yesterday, and I was thinking about things I wanted to do, achieve, and accomplish. The same thing. It's a new year. All of these things. And we've talked about this before. We talked about healing grief with gratitude, and we talked about the power of jolt, Jolt. Just one little thing. If you can think of just one little thing to be grateful for, we talked about healing grief with gratitude. Well, yesterday, y'all, I started thinking about jolting in the form of the things that I want to achieve and accomplish, right? And so I said, instead of trying to do a million different things, right, I'm a jolt. I'm gonna focus on just one little thing. Just one little thing. I'm gonna just take a small step. I ain't gonna take 1,000 steps. I'm gonna just one little thing. I don't want to get overloaded. I don't want to get overwhelmed. I don't want to get caught in the craze of January and New Year and people trying to do a million things. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna just do just one little thing. I'm gonna take a small step, right? I'm gonna just. I've been doing this in December. I'm carrying it over to the new year. I said I want to do 10,000 steps a day at least. I want to be super intentional, right? I want to walk my way to wellness, and so I want to do at least just 10,000 steps a day. Yeah, that's 30, 45 minutes of walking in the morning, in the afternoon, and throughout the day. I said 10,000 steps a day, just one little thing. I'm not going to overwhelm. I'm not going to overload. I'm not going to do 1,000 things, just one little thing. And I want to let you know as you navigate through this grief journey, understand the power of just one little thing. Understand the power of small steps. Understand, the Bible says, don't despise the day of small beginnings, right? Understand the power of small steps. That here it is. Every small act, every small act when you're going through grief, waking up, eating a meal, taking a walk, is a sign of resilience. Every small act is a sign of resilience. We may not understand that or think about that. I remember somebody, they had to, got out of surgery, they had to learn how to walk again or something like that. And so during rehab, when they were able to take a step, yeah, that was a sign of resilience. When they were able to take a step, then when they were able to take another step, it was a sign of resilience. There are people, you can't despise small beginnings because there was a point in time they couldn't take that step, right? When it comes to grief, you can't despise small beginnings, right? There was a point in time waking up, eating a meal, taking a walk. There was a point in time where waking up was, you didn't want to wake up, right? Some of us wanted to go to sleep and never wake up again, right? So waking up, yeah, that's a small step that need to be celebrated. Eating a meal. Do you remember when you didn't have an appetite? Do you remember when you didn't eat anything? Going through this grief, going through this grief journey, and you probably lost so much weight you didn't have an appetite. You didn't want to eat. You didn't want to eating a meal, right? Oh my God. Celebrate that small step. Taking a shower, going through grief. Y'all may have laid in the bed 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, right? That you may have been in a position to where it was just hard. You didn't have the strength, you didn't have the energy. And now you get in there and just let the water hit you. Yeah, small steps, right? Taking a walk. Every small steps makes a major difference. And maybe you're past this particular point in your grief to where, yeah, you waking up, yeah, you showering, yep, you eating, yeah, you going for a walk. But it may be another small step that you need to take. And I want to ask you, what's your joke? What's your just one little thing, or maybe Joel's just one little step? What's your joke? What's your just one little thing that you can do? Instead of trying to do 10,000 things in this new year, you recognize you different because you're navigating through a grief journey, and you don't fall into the peer pressure of everybody else trying to do a billion things. You on a grief journey is different. So what's that just one little thing that you can do as you navigate through this journey? Those things are signs of resilience. Celebrate these moments, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Healing is a series of small beginnings. Do y'all hear me? Healing is a series of small beginnings. No matter how insignificant they may seem, healing is a series of small beginnings, each one building on the last. Here's the point of application, y'all. That's what I need you to do. Identify one small act you can accomplish today that feels manageable. Identify one small act that you can accomplish today that feels manageable. Whether it's making your bed, going for a short walk, celebrate it as a step forward in your healing journey. What is one small step you can do today that feels manageable? What's one small step that you can take today that feels manageable? Remember, we're not going to be overwhelmed. We're not going to be overloaded. We're not going to be bogged down with the peer pressure of a bunch of tasks and to dos. No, we, in this month of January, as we continue on our healing journey, we are going to have gentle beginnings. We are going to have gentle beginnings. Y'all, thank y'all so very much for joining us on today. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. What y'all got? What y'all got? Questions, if you got them, drop them in the chat. Questions, if you got them, drop them in the chat. Comments, if you got it. I'm trying the best I can to paint the picture. Comments, questions, comments. Gentle beginnings, y'all. Some of you will be tempted to be busy. You will be tempted. You will be tempted to be busy. Y'all, don't get addicted to busy, right? Gentle beginnings, gentle beginnings, gentle beginnings. All right. Thank you. So needed. Thank you, Kelly Bibbins. I appreciate it. I really need to slow down. Yes. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Absolutely. Slow down, right? Right. And don't ignore, explore. Don't suppress, address. Some of us, we don't slow down because we don't want to face it. But remember, y'all, you can't fix what you don't face. You can't fix what you don't face. And so it's okay to slow down. It's okay. It's okay. Stop pretending I am okay. Take time to cry and be honest. Going to God today. Write a prayer. I love it. And thank you, Erica, for joining us. Amen. Stop pretending I'm okay. Take time to cry. That's right. Release brings about relief. Yep. Be honest and going to God. Yeah. All of that stuff. Today I write a prayer. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What do you do when someone tries to force you to go out? Yeah, so sometimes, and people mean well, and people mean good, and people they do sometimes they just want to get you out the house, this, that, and the other, and this can go both ways. Sometimes I always talk about the difference between isolation and solitude, right? So there's a difference between isolation and solitude. Isolation is when you cut everything and everybody off, right? Isolation is not good. That's when you in your feels, you in your feelings, you don't want to bother with nobody, so you just cut everybody out. You isolate yourself from everybody. That's not good because we heal in community, right? We heal as a village, we heal in community. Isolating ourselves is not healthy. And the enemy wants to isolate you so he can annihilate you. So isolation is not good. Solitude is cool. Solitude is when you just want, I just need a little me time. I just want to lean into me, plug into me. I don't want to be bothered. I just need some solitude. There's nothing wrong with solitude, right? So you got to know the difference between isolation and solitude. So when people try to get you to go out, right? And like I said, they mean well. Sometimes you just need some solitude. Sometimes you just need some solitude. It's like, nah, I'm good. I'm just, I'm cool right now. I'm to myself. I'm cool. You got to know the difference between the two because they may see that you're isolating yourself, that it's not solitude, but it's isolation, which is not healthy. And they're just trying to be a part of your village to help you to navigate through what you're going through, right? So sometimes it's good to say, nah, y'all go ahead without me. Sometimes, right, the pressure to come on out is sometimes is one of the best things that can happen to you because it happens and then you be like, I'm so glad I went out. Oh, I'm so glad y'all did. Oh, I'm so glad we went to lunch. Oh, I'm so glad this because we heal in community and we need our village. So know the difference between isolation and solitude. Solitude is cool. Sometimes you need to be by yourself, right? But sometimes that nudge for a visit or that nudge to come out could be because they recognize you're isolating yourself, right? And so explaining even to them the difference between the two, I think that's good and it's important. Yep. I'm trying to deal with it, but I'm just mad at everything. So release brings about relief. You got to release. That brings about relief, and you got to process, right? So we deal with this not by ourselves, right? But it takes a village, it takes a group, it takes people around you to help process what's going on. Solitude is the perfect word. Yep. Yep. Solitude and isolation. Know the difference between the two. Focus on them three auras. I know that's right. That's what I'm talking about from yesterday. Let's go. Them three auras. I love it. I love it. I love it. I appreciate y'all. Look, we off to a good start in 2025. We're gonna thrive in 2025. We're gonna make it through. I told you we're gonna have some more things, virtual and in person, to help us to navigate through our grief, and I'm looking forward to it. So let's keep the dialogue going. Let's keep this conversation going. Let's continue to build and heal in community, and I'm looking forward to it all. So I appreciate y'all. Love y'all with the love of the Lord. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place for another Good Morning Grief Devotion. Good morning.